Thousands of Oklahoma students are heading back to the classroom after Thanksgiving break. We're live in Broken Arrow looking at the current coronavirus case counts in some of our largest districts.
Happening today, no more delays. Winterfest starts today and for the first time inside the BOK Center. Why organizers say this will actually be safer.
Tulsa has some new bookstores doing well despite COVID-19. What it's been like opening during a pandemic.
Covering news that matters. Fox 23 News This Morning starts right now.
Good morning. I'm Michelle Lynn.
And I'm Rod Terrell. It is 4:30. Thousands of Oklahoma students are heading back to the classroom today after Thanksgiving break.
And experts are worried over the next month we could see our biggest spike in coronavirus cases. We're looking at school case numbers this morning and districts' plans to keep kids safe.
But first, it is the coldest start of the season so far. Meteorologist Michael Sager.
Happening today, students across Green Country are returning to classrooms after several weeks of distance learning. Fox 23's Amanda Gilbert's live outside Broken Arrow High School with what's changed there.
Michelle, the original plan was for all students in Broken Arrow who switched to distance learning. And right now, Broken Arrow does not have a mask mandate. I'm going to talk about that in the next 30 minutes. Reporting live in Broken Arrow, covering news that matters. I'm Amanda Gilbert, Fox 23 News.
We are keeping a close eye on case numbers in schools this week as some students are headed back into classrooms. Many districts have not updated their numbers yet, but going into last week, Tulsa Public Schools had 38 cases and 415 exposures. Union had 37 cases and 621 in quarantine. As of last Tuesday, Jinx had 52 cases and 633 in quarantine. Broken Arrow plans to update numbers tomorrow, but currently shows 64 cases and 691 exposed. Owasso has 32 cases and 737 in quarantine.
Starting today, school districts across the state can have a new option for exposed students.
This new rule allows for quarantine rooms inside Oklahoma schools so students can distance learn in a school's supervised environment. Shauna Mott-Wright, the president of the Tulsa Classroom Teachers Association, says it's ridiculous, infuriating, demeaning, and disgusting.
So you still have like this giant question mark with all these little question marks behind it. I'm not taking that chance with my kids. And we shouldn't be taking that chance with our already very spread thin teachers.
Mustang Public Schools is the only district in the state so far to agree to the in-school quarantine.
We have all the new rules as well as your district's plan on the free Fox 23 News app.
Tulsa is now in Tier 3 of the state's hospital surge plan. That means 20 to 39% of COVID patients in our region are in hospital beds. Hospitals can now choose to cancel surgeries to reserve bed space. St. Francis told us they set a record last week with 181 COVID patients. Hillcrest says they're treating between 90 and 95 COVID patients per day.
The state health department reported more than 1,700 new coronavirus cases Sunday. That brings the total in Oklahoma to more than 195,000. 19 new deaths were reported yesterday. That total now stands at 1,736. We're also tracking recoveries in Oklahoma so far. That includes nearly 162,000 people.
The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services is now offering surge testing for COVID-19 in Oklahoma. Surge testing is now available for free at several sites across the state. The program will last through December 19th. Those who'd like to get tested must schedule an appointment through the website listed on your screen now. It's doineedacovid19test.com. You can also find that info in the Fox 23 News app.
Happening today, the wait is finally over. Arvest Winterfest starts today in downtown Tulsa. Fox 23's Scott Martin is live just outside the BOK Center with the changes happening this year.
Yeah, Ron, well, one big change is we know that we've told you the Ice Rink Fest, Fox 23, a proud sponsor of Winterfest here at the BOK Center. And the Christmas tree is over here beside me. It's not lit, but they will be lighting it each night, so you'll still get to see those beautiful Christmas lights. Now, in 30 minutes, what else you might find at Winterfest and some of the other safety measures that'll be in place. We're live in downtown this morning covering news that matters. I'm Scott Martin, Fox 23 News.
Beer lovers got the chance to drink their favorite brews while supporting local businesses. The Tap Room at Marshall Brewing in Tulsa hosted Small Brewery Sunday. The event encouraged you to support local breweries.
A lot of the other breweries that have started in the last, say, 2-3 years have really put a heavy focus on their tap rooms because they were able to.
The Brewers Association says a recent survey revealed 78% of small breweries are confident they'll be open this time next year. But the pandemic has been a devastating blow to some who have tried to do what they can to attract customers. Count on Fox 23 to bring you the latest coronavirus updates here on air, online, and on the free Fox 23 News app. Just look in the coronavirus section.
Tulsa police are stepping up patrols along Memorial. We told you about this Friday. They arrested this man, Marcus Almader. They say he was trying to sell drugs to crowds of people near 51st and Memorial. Last week, we told you when officers wrote nearly 24 citations for loitering and reckless driving.
People just kind of cruising normal speeds up and down Memorial, that's not a problem. But when it puts people in danger, it puts families in danger.
Officers will continue to have increased patrols in the area for the next several weeks. At 4:38, the Oklahoma Department of Corrections locked down all facilities. More than 20 inmates were assaulted at 3 different prisons.
Several inmates were injured and taken to the hospital on Friday. The assaults happened at the North Fork Correctional Center, Jess Dunn Correctional Center, and the Oklahoma State Penitentiary.
The Department of Corrections is investigating. 2
people were rushed to the hospital after a man lost control of his car and crashed into a home. It happened at a home near MLK and Pine around 3 Friday afternoon. Police say the homeowner was sitting inside at the dining room table when a driver lost control and came crashing into the room. The person wasn't hit by the car itself, but by flying debris.
My best advice is slow down. In any situation, take your time and don't be in a rush.
EMSA took the driver and the homeowner to the hospital. Police say they both have minor injuries and should be okay. So far, no one's been charged, but police say it's an ongoing investigation.
An East Tulsa family is recovering after a fire.
It happened at a home near 41st and 129th East Avenue just before 8:30 a.m. on Sunday. We talked with the homeowner who says the fire started at the back of the house.
He told us the very first thing on his mind when he woke up was his family.
You can always buy another house, you can always buy new pets, but the most important thing is the family. I couldn't believe it because that never happened to us. I never experienced anything like it.
So scary. The man's wife and son went to the hospital to get checked out. A firefighter suffered minor burns. Road work in West Tulsa could slow your drive this week. The county will close 161st West Avenue near West 61st Street starting tomorrow. They're replacing a drainage culvert. That closure is expected to last through December 11th. If it feels cold this morning, it's not just because you're wimpy. I know I am. We are waking up to the coldest temperatures we've dealt with so far this season. Burr, it's cold. And Michael, you're actually tracking our first chance for wintry weather.
Right now, 4:41 is the time.
So Route 66 really is known for food, music, cars.
Celebrating Route 66 with music, how a new tour wants you to experience the Mother Road. It's been tough for local businesses during the pandemic, how a couple of new bookstores have been able to beat the odds.
4:44, while many businesses have closed their doors because of the pandemic, others saw it as an opportunity and a time to open. Fox 23's Amanda Harry's live with how the owner of Eleanor's Bookshop is taking on this challenge.
They say they were nervous back in the middle of July, in the middle of the pandemic, that coming up in the next hour. Live covering news that matters, Amanda Harry, Fox 23 News.
Santa spent some time in downtown Bixby. He was near Breckenridge and A Avenue on Sunday. Kids took free pictures with Santa, socially distanced in the background. He says this is a fun, safe way for kids to enjoy a holiday tradition.
Yeah, I know it's been kind of a tough year with not much school, and by golly, we missed fireworks the 4th of July, and a lot of children didn't get to trick or treat, so we just wanted to make sure that old Santa was here for everybody because we need a little Christmas spirit this time of year, don't we?
Santa will be there for the next 3 weekends, Fridays from 4 to 8, Saturdays from 11 to 3, then 4 to 8, and Sundays from 1 to 5.
Such a fun time of the year. And when you said the next 3 weekends, I'm like, yikes, it'll be here before you know it. Broken Arrow's Rose District's offering a special holiday experience today.
During Low Sensory Day, music will be turned down and the ice rink reserved so that there is as little stimulation as possible. Sensitive Santa will also be there to take pictures with the kiddos.
The Rose District has partnered with several autism nonprofits that are providing information and fun activities. It's going on from 11 to 1 today in the Rose District Pavilion. Looks beautiful.
Boston Avenue United Methodist Church unveiled a new tradition this holiday season. Nice. Sunday, the church turned on the lights to more than 60 trees surrounding their property. The masked, socially distanced event coincides with their Advent theme, Christ Be Our Light.
A music tour delayed because of the pandemic is starting up this week. The 66 Kicks Tour is showcasing local artists along the Mother Road. They're singing originals and tributes to legends from the states along Route 66.
And all the music genres that were actually big around this Mother Road, which of course is country music and blues and bluegrass and traditional jazz and Southern rock.
Friday's performance will be at the venue Shrine near 18th in Boston. It starts at 7:30. For more information, just visit 66kickstour.com. So much fun.
Nice to see some live music. 4:48 right now, and we've got a cold start out there, the coldest that we've seen so far this season.
Yeah, and the chance we could see a few snowflakes this week. Let's go straight to meteorologist Michael Sager. He's in the Fox 23 Severe Weather Center.
8 minutes.
The time now is 4:50. A coffee shop that helps women get back on their feet is expanding. How you can help someone live a better life.
We do flying year-round, and so Christmas, there's a lot more to see out there. We just get really excited to let everybody else enjoy our experiences.
A unique view, wow, of Tulsa's Christmas lights, the local helicopter company that gives you this view from above. 4:54, 3 men suspected in a double shooting in Broken Arrow are expected in court today. Keyshawn Ballard, Joshua Smith, and Garrett Monroe were charged with shooting a 17-year-old and a 21-year-old man in a McDonald's parking lot earlier this month. Police say it started as a drug deal. Both victims are still recovering.
Okmulgee County deputies are searching for the driver of this truck. They say he stole from the Preston Sports Complex early Thursday morning. Deputies say the truck was at the sports complex for several hours before leaving at around 10 a.m. The thief got away with a dryer, a pitching machine, 2 air conditioners, and weights. Today is your last day to experience a unique art installation in downtown Tulsa. The art exhibit at the Dennis R. Neal Equality Center features the works of local artist Hill Taylor. The installation is titled Shut Your Eyes and features how we process, remember, and imagine color when our eyes are closed.
What I like about the art and the artist is that it's just like organic, and it just kind of, it's open to interpretation, because like art is subjective, and I think everyone can find something to love about each piece.
30% of the art sales benefit the Dennis R. Neal Equality Center. 4:55 the time, thousands of students are returning to the classroom. The change in Broken Arrow keeping some grades at home another 2 weeks. After a delay, Winterfest is kicking off today. The change is made so you can still have fun safely.
Clear skies as we overlook South Tulsa. Cold temperatures this morning as well. Coldest start of the season so far. Who's dealing with the coldest numbers as you're heading out the door in about 3 minutes?